Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, guys, I am so excited, but we're going to be reviewing the new Game Beauty Victory Palette. This just got sent to me in PR. I haven't even looked at it yet, but I did look at the beautiful postcard. Oh, so you guys want to see what my thoughts are on this palette, what this palette's all about, what type of look I create, well then definitely keep on watching. Guys, I am just so grateful that Game Beauty once again sent this to me in PR. Thank you guys so much. If you guys did not know, back in I think it was like January, 6 months ago, I reviewed the Adventure palette. Now this is the first palette from Game Beauty, and this was such a beautiful palette. I love the aesthetics. I said they're reminding me of like The Last of Us a little bit, mostly like Uncharted and Tomb Raider. And then about 4 months ago, they rolled out with the Fantasy palette, and this was like a beautiful icy water palette. Did remove a pressed glitter, which I was grateful for, and it was just such aesthetically a pleasing palette, especially when you put them two together. Like, oh, so excited. And now they are rolling out with the Victory palette. So I just want to show you guys right here. I did open the box. Like, look at how cute this is packaged. Like, the wrapping paper has all like gaming controls on here. That is so freaking cute. I love that. And then when you open it up, here we have the Victory palette. Guys, like, just look at the freaking packaging. The packaging on these are just so unreal. They're so aesthetically pleasing, and they're so different from any other palette that I've seen out there. Like, it really makes you feel like you are on an adventure, like you're going through a video game, and I just love the concept, the design, like, and especially since like the character keeps changing outfits in each palette. So beautiful, so much thought went into it. I actually distinctly remember saying that I thought it'd be really cool because like the first one was like a really green earthy tone palette, like it represented earth. This I feel like represents water, and I was like, they should do like a fire one. And like I remember, like I think I said she should be standing on top of a volcano or like on a volcano. And I think like a orangey yellow red theme with like a volcano background or some sort of like fiery background would be so freaking cool. Say Game Beauty, if you're listening, that's just an idea I'm just gonna toss out there for you. And though it's not a volcano, it definitely has that like fiery feel to it. So I'm so excited because I feel like I don't think I inspired them on it, but I do think like we both like were thinking alike. So from what I'm gathering, just by looking at this, they've done earth, water, fire. Next would be air. Like, what could air be? And I was thinking maybe air, if I'm thinking like The Last Airbender, maybe like a yellow theme, yellow, I don't know how you represent air. Like, I would say like yellow tones, maybe some purples if you're looking into spirit, but shit, how would you do air? I don't know, but I figured they would do a way to do air. Okay, so before I dive straight on into this palette, I do want to tell you guys about this palette. So right now, this palette does retail for $45. Like, oh, I just love that they all are so cohesive with each other. But this does retail for $45. It is available right now for pre-order only. So it's not like it's live, but it is live because it's available right now for pre-orders. And if you do buy it, it will ship out Monday, August 2nd. But I do think that's really cool because I'm assuming it will actually have a bigger launch later on. But you can buy it now for pre-order. I don't have a discount code with Game Beauty, but I believe Teresa does. So I think if you guys use code Teresa, you guys will save 10% off your order. But yeah, this retails for $45, and it says, life is sometimes a battle no matter how hard you try. Our new eyeshadow palette will inspire you to face anything the day brings you with your head held high and a bounce in your stride. Victory is an eyeshadow palette proudly displaying 10 high contrast colors from deep, sultry matte shades to the lustrous, gleaming shimmers and chameleon shades, and a wide range of colors to suit any mood, anytime. Okay, so like I said, I absolutely love the packaging. The packaging on this is so freaking beautiful. When you turn it, like when you flip the palette like this, you can see that it still has the design on the back. Very beautiful. They're showing like a really night, like fiery scene. Absolutely gorgeous. And then when you flip it open, here we have the palette right here. Now these shades are just so freaking beautiful. You do get 10 shades, and there looks to be 4 shimmers and the rest are mattes. Now this is more a neutral tone palette, at least it looks like it's neutral tone because you do have a lot of those oranges and browns in there. But I do like how they have some pops of color. So let me go ahead and swatch this, but before I do, I really have to say this is really like a beautiful palette. When I'm talking about the design and packaging, really, really beautiful. And I love like the 3 orange shades right here because I love orange, especially because it reminds me of like fall and Halloween. So let me go ahead and swatch these guys and I will be right back. Okay, so right here we have the shade Hard Carry, Tink, Loot, King, beautiful shade right here. This is Glory, followed by Pug, P-U-G, Glass Cannon, Gold, OP, and GG right there. Very, very beautiful palette. I love that it really kind of gives you like a nighttime feel. Like I'm really living for this. Like I think it's a really beautiful concept and having like a nighttime scene. Now I thought maybe it'd be more like fiery, but now that I'm actually like swatching this, I can definitely see where it's like kind of fiery, kind of nighttime, very beautiful. So I'm gonna go ahead and zoom you guys in and we're just gonna go ahead and create a look because I am so excited. Oh my gosh, I'm not gonna lie, it feels so good to like sit down and film. I actually have not sat down and filmed a YouTube video in a week. Like I did have a pre-film video that I posted the other day, but I also haven't put on makeup in over a week. It was kind of nice because I just needed to have like just a couple mental days to myself. You know, I haven't really taken any time off, and it was just kind of nice just to take like 2 days to myself. And the amount of you guys that reached out to me asking if I was okay was so sweet. But I'm here, I'm back, and I just feel more like rejuvenated. Also, I just want to point out that I'm stupid, and I called this King, the shade King right here. It's not called King, it's called Kitting. My bad. Actually, we're actually going to go into that shade today. I know we have pops of blues in here, but I really, really want to play with those oranges. So we're going to go into that Kitting shade, and I'm going to take it on this JH40 brush, and we're going to start to just place out all over my crease. But anyway, I just want to say it's just so nice to be back. I just needed to have just a couple days to myself, just to kind of like, I don't know, I guess rejuvenate and come back with a fresh like mind, because you know, mental health is really, really important to me, especially since I've, you know, been always very open with you guys that I've always struggled with anxiety and mental health, and I just needed a couple days to myself. So I really appreciate you guys like all checking in and making sure that I was doing okay. Like that meant so much to me. Fun fact though, when I was taking my little mental health break days, I was doing nothing but playing video games. I love video games with such a passion. Like truly I do. Video games are like where it's at for me. Like it's just my escape from reality. And right now I'm actually playing The Last of Us 2 with one of my good friends, and like right now we're doing share play. So I've already played The Last of Us 2. Like you guys know that I've already played this game multiple times, but we're playing it right now because he's never played it before. And I just really wanted to like sit down and enjoy it with him, because way back in the day, we used to play only horror games together. Like we played Evil Within, Outlast 2. We played all the Uncharted games together, all the Tomb Raider games together. So it's been like a couple years since we actually sat down and played a video game together. So right now we're playing The Last of Us 2 together. And it's so much fun because I know what to expect. Like I know what's going to happen, but he doesn't. So to hear his reactions and to see them is just priceless. And it's really sad because right now I don't really feel like there's that many good games out right now. Like I just feel like there really isn't. Like the one I really wanted to play was the cyberpunk game, but of course it just wasn't working for PS4. And yeah, it's being reformulated, but man, that was such a disappointment. And it's so hard because you go from playing this game like The Last of Us 2 that has such a compelling story. It's so story driven, but it's so action pack driven, but like it really captivates your heart. And I'm so scared because they are literally filming The Last of Us for HBO. And it's not like I feel like HBO is going to mess it up, but what I'm scared about is I value that game so much. I'm just going to take this clean, fluffy brush. I value that game so much. And they're spending $10 million an episode to do The Last of Us. Like HBO could potentially do the game justice, but I'm just so scared because I really like Ellie and Joel are my friends. Okay, we're not gonna fuck with my friends, is what, you know what I'm saying? So I'm so scared about them recreating it because, like, I know that right now Tom Holland is doing the Uncharted game, the Uncharted movie, and I've expressed to you guys my feelings on it. I am so mad that Tom Holland is Nathan Drake. Like, I know he played young Nathan Drake, okay, but he so mad about it. And Corey's like, give him a chance. I'm like, it's not the same. So I'll definitely have to wait to see what happens. I mean, it could be really good. I know that the actors they cast are good actors, but I'm just so scared because The Last of Us is my absolute favorite game series. It's a series that I have literally played so much, like multiple times. So I'm really scared that they're going to mess it up. I really hope that they don't, but only time will tell if they will. So I'll have to give it a chance, but I'm still like really freaking scared about it, not going to lie. But eventually I would love to like bring video games here on my YouTube channel. I don't know how you guys would feel about it, but I love beauty. Don't think that I don't, but I love video gaming too. So it'd be kind of nice to like incorporate that into my YouTube channel some way, shape, or form. Whether you guys want to see me play video games or not. And I'm very much like, I love The Sims. Like, I play The Sims all the time. I've been playing The Sims since I was, I don't know, like 10 years old. Like, when that shit came out in like the 90s, I've been playing the game. And right now I'm playing the new Cottage Living. It's so cute. But I also don't just like that. Like, I love very story-driven, action-packed games. Like, I like playing horror games. Horror games are so much fun. And they can literally scare the living crap out of you. Like, there's no tomorrow. Like, they can scare the woof. I mean, the amount of times that I've screamed because of video game. But those are always so fun to me. Like, I feel so bad because we were doing, a couple months ago, Corey was streaming on his Twitch. And we were playing, I forgot what the game was called. One Night something. And it had to do, like, escaping the hotel. There was this creepy guy named Jimmy that you had to pretty much go find all your friends that were hidden inside this hotel room. You had to go unlock them all, but you also had to hide from Jimmy the whole time. And it's one of those just point and click games. You couldn't do shit except point and click in the direction that you wanted to go. And Jimmy would pop up out of nowhere. And those jump scares were amazing. Like, I freaking loved it. And at one point, I was in charge of leading us in the direction. And I had everybody, like, I don't know, Corey had like 20-something viewers on his Twitch. And I literally was like, I'm going to go in this direction. Corey's like, oh, don't go over there. And I still went over there. And Jimmy popped out of nowhere. And I screamed so loud because it scared me. Corey screamed because it scared him. All the viewers were like, oh my God, that scared me.
I'm dead. I'm dead. I knew it.
And I'm like, I'm so sorry. But like, that stuff is like so fun for me. So if you guys are okay with it, one day when I can financially afford to, I would love to do more like video game streaming content on here and like somehow still like incorporate like makeup. I think it'd be kind of cool if I was doing like my makeup while playing video games, or like have video games inspire like my makeup, you know? But I need to get a better PC because right now my PC cannot handle streaming in the slightest. That's why a lot of guys have asked me to like stream The Sims for you guys. I physically can't. My computer can't handle it. So that's why I haven't done it for you yet. I just have to say that shade blended out so beautifully while I've been rambling on. Very nice. I'm going to go into the shade GG right here. So one day I'd like to like play that for you guys. I think it'd be a lot of fun if you guys were cool with it, because I think it'd be so much fun just to kind of sit back, relax, and you guys get to like see like a different side of me that I have not really got a chance to like show here. I mean, I am who I am, but like, I don't know, you guys get to see me like play video games. I feel like that could be kind of fun because, you know, video games are so much fun for me. So, and it's kind of like my way of like escaping life sometimes, you know. That's why I love video games so much. That is such a beautiful shade. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna take this little small brush and I want to blend it in, but I'm gonna take it and really kind of just focus just in the crease, and that's it. Yeah, so video games are my world, but as is reading. And it's so cool because when I talked about this new series that I'm reading right now, the Gilded Prisoner series, quite a few guys actually went and bought the book. The book is by Raven Kennedy, and it's only found on Amazon. I was like, oh my God, like, it's just so cool when someone takes a recommendation. So I hope you guys are liking it because it's a really good book. Okay, so now I really want to take the shade Glory. It's like this beautiful, beautiful like duochrome shimmer. Oh my God, it's freaking stunning. And we're going to take that and we're going to start to just place that right here. Is that not like a really beautiful shimmer? That is so pretty. Before we start blending everything in, I'm going to take the shade Loot and put that right in the center of that. Beautiful shade. So yeah, anyways, I'm very grateful that there is a company that loves gaming just as much as I do, and you know, makes a whole cosmetics brand around it. I feel like that is such a cool idea. That is so, so pretty. I'm loving how that is turning out. Very beautiful. The shimmers are blending so nicely into each other and they're laying down super nicely. I didn't need to use a wet brush or glitter glue, but you can use glitter glue if you want to have like a nice hold all day. But I can tell you right now, I've already worn 2 of their other palettes and I've never had issues with the shimmer not lasting. So I'm going to go ahead and just finish blending this off camera, do my other eye, and then we're going to come back to finish off the eye look together. But I think so far, this might be my favorite Game Beauty palette. I think just because how much I love the color. So I'll be right back, guys. Okay, so now that the base in the face is pretty much done, I did go in with my lashes. This is the Code Orange from the Michaela X Glam Light launch. I'm wearing my Jaclyn highlight, the Jaclyn Bougie Rouge palette. I'm wearing a Marc Jacobs bronzer with Benefit brows, and I'm also wearing my Catrice True Skin foundation. I'll have everything I'm wearing listed down below for you guys. But now we're gonna go back in and finish the eyes. So I'm gonna go into the shade OP right here to do the underneath, and then we're gonna do the inner corner. So let me take this. This is such a beautiful palette. Like, I am living for how pretty this palette really, really is. So we're gonna take this and we're gonna start to just place this right under here. Oh, this is like a burnt, I want to say like a burnt orange or like a mix of orange and brown. This is so freaking pretty. I like it. There's some kick up in the pan, but there really isn't that much fallout, which I actually really, really appreciate. Because like if you guys saw like my ColourPop one that I just recently did last week, there was so much fallout that I was like, holy crap. Okay, so now that it lays down, I want to figure out what type of liner to do. I could do a white liner like I always do, a black liner, but I think I might actually try maybe doing an orange liner. It's been a long time since I've done an orange liner. Ooh, okay, let me do that. My eyes are watering because I just poked my eyes. Let me go ahead and do that, do the lashes, and we're gonna come back and do the inner corner, so I'll just literally be right back. Okay, so now that my liner is on, I did go in with my Chaotic Cosmetics. This is just like the orange liner. We're gonna go back into this palette. We're gonna go into the shade Gold right here. We're actually gonna pop that in as a inner corner and a brow highlight. Completely different, you know. I usually do like a lighter one, but I really wanted it to be like really cohesive and blend together. Oh, see, that is really, really pretty. Okay, then I'm gonna go right up here. Gonna highlight this just right there, blend that in. Oh, that is really pretty. So this is the final look so far on the eyes. I have got to say they are so beautiful. They're definitely giving like really, really fall vibes. I'm getting so excited for because you guys know how much I love the fall. And I will probably like September 1st have my entire fall backdrop right back up again. That was like my favorite time. So hopefully you guys really like this look because I think it's absolutely gorgeous. But let me go ahead and finish off the rest of my face, guys, and I'll be right back. All right, guys, and this is the final look. Guys, I think that out of all my Game Beauty palettes, this by far is my favorite look that I've done. I love the oranges. I love the formula. The mattes are so pigmented and they blended out really easily, and I really appreciate that. And the shimmers just went on beautifully. I didn't need to pack anything extra on top of it. They just laid down, blended into those mattes super nicely, and I just love the way that it turned out. I feel like it's a really beautiful, aesthetically pleasing look. Like, this is what I would wear to go on a date with Corey. Like, I am just living for this look, and it just really reminds me of fall coming up, and I'm just so like, oh, I love it. So I'm just going to quickly show you guys the Adventure palette. So here we have the Adventure palette. This is the first palette by Game Beauty, and I love this palette because I love the greens and everything, but I'm just glad they got rid of the pressed glitter. But it's a very beautifully aesthetically pleasing palette. The design, the concept, everything about this is just so freaking Everything about this is just so freaking beautiful. Then we have the Fantasy palette. Once again, this is going to be a beautiful like blue colored. I love the look that I created. These are some beautiful colors in here. They blended out nicely. But guys, I'm not going to lie. There is something about the Victory palette that I cannot get over. I think one, the packaging out of all of them, this is my favorite packaging out of every single Game Beauty palette. Like each one tells their own story. They have their own design. But there's something about the Victory palette that I just cannot get enough of. It is so beautiful. Like it's just aesthetically pleasing. Like this is something that I'd want to have like showcasing in my display of like all the palettes I have. I'd want to have this one up front in front of all of them because of how beautiful it is. I love the background of it. I love the back of it. And when you open it up, it just continues more and more because you see like the little moon and stuff like that. But something about these colors just really, really just like, oh, I love it so much. I think it's just because I love these particular oranges. I'm kind of biased when it comes to orange because orange is my absolute favorite color, but these are the kind of oranges that I represent like fall and Halloween. It's probably why I love it more than anything. But not only that, I feel like it really captivates the essence of the palette. Like it really matches the design of the palette. You have the blues, you have the oranges, you have the browns. Everything they're showing on the outside, you're gonna find on the inside. And there's so many palettes that I have reviewed over the years of doing YouTube where the outside packaging looks one way, but the inside looks completely the opposite. And you're like, oh, I'm so thrown off of that. Like it just doesn't make sense. This makes sense. Like this 100% makes sense. And this will probably be the palette that I gravitate to towards. This is probably the palette I grab most for the fall to recreate a fall look, to do orange stuff like this because I love this look and this type of look that I'd want to go out on a date with Corey with. And I think the only thing I would change is the orange liner. I think I might do like a white liner or black, but it's kind of nice to try something different because I used to do really colorful liners and I just kind of stopped. So it's kind of nice to get back into it. But I love this. I love this so much. Like if this is my favorite palette from Game Beauty, like truly, I just can't stop staring at this shade Glory. I don't know what it is about that Glory shade. I freaking just live for this shade. Like, that and Loot, like both are beautiful. And then the shade Gigi is probably my favorite orange. Like I think that's probably my favorite orange that I have played with, and it blends out beautifully with Kitting. This is beautiful. Like seriously, if you guys get a chance to get your hands on this, I highly recommend it. Like I said, this palette does retail for $45. I do not have a code with them, but if you guys use code Teresa, it will save you guys 10% off your purchase. This is available now for pre-order, and if you order it right now, it will ship on August 2nd, which is next Monday. And yeah, I freaking love it. Game Beauty, you killed it once again. You guys put so much thought and effort into your palettes, into the packaging, into design, and I love it so much. So thank you so much for sending this to me in PR. Like, I freaking love it, and it just goes so beautifully with the other palettes that I have. Like, truly, they just... like, it just tells a story. It just tells a freaking story, and I love it so much. Thank you so much for this. If I were to give you guys any suggestions, I would think it'd be kind of cool, and maybe you guys can come up with, like, a background story of who this character is. Who is she? What type of mission is she going on? What type of adventures is she encountering? Is she encountering, like, a lot of fighting? Is there more storytelling? I don't know. It'd be kind of cool, like, if you guys had, like, your little card that you do right here. If on the back it had like a story about who she is and what's her next adventure, because you can really start to tell a story through these palettes, not only with the design and packaging, but like if you start here and like say what her goal is, what she's doing, and then start telling a story, I think that'd be a really, really cool idea, because then you not only are you getting invested in the palette, but you're also getting invested into the character. And when the next one comes out, you're like, oh my god, now I get to figure out what's her next move, like what happens to her next. Like, I don't know, that's just my idea. I think it'd be really cool if you guys told a story behind these palettes. You guys are already doing it with the design. I think you should do it with the character too, but that's just me. That's just me. But other than that, I freaking love this so much. It is so beautiful, and I cannot thank you guys enough for sending this to me. Like, it truly means a lot. So I'll make sure that not only do I have this palette linked down below, but I have everything that I'm wearing on my face right now linked down below as well. But yeah, guys, that is it for today's video, guys. If you guys like this video, please make sure you guys give this video a cheeky thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you guys have not already, because I do post 3 to 4, mostly 5 times a week. Make sure you guys head over to my other channel. It's R for the Life, where you guys get to see my cool, wonderful adventures, my amazing husband, Corey. A huge thank you to all these beautiful Patreon members that you guys see right here. Thank you guys so much for everything. And to my subscribers and my viewers, thank you guys so much for clicking on this video. Whether you guys like this video, you guys thumbs down this video, you guys subscribed, you guys did not subscribe. Either way, thank you so much for being here. I love and appreciate each and every single one of you. So with that said, guys, I love you. And I'll see you guys very next video. Bye! Additionally, all of our products are PETA certified and cruelty free. Be the shining example a leader is meant to be. You don't need to be part of the Pantheon. You don't need to be part of the Before I dive into... Additionally, all of our products are PETA certified, cruelty-free, You do get 10 shades. Like I said, this palette does retail for $45. But if you do... Life is sometimes a battle, no matter how hard you try. Our new eyeshadow palette will inspire you to face anything the day brings you with a head on high. Fuck, why do I struggle reading? Our PETA certified, cruelty-free. Life is sometimes a battle, no matter how hard you try. Our new eyeshadow palette will inspire you to face everything. But I do like to have it's an eyeshadow palette proudly displaying victory is an eyeshadow palette proudly displaying